You push past the rotting wood. The smell of damp earth hits you, and you step into the pitch black. Then, the illusion breaks. The screen freezes, the saturation dials up, and big, blocky text screams at you to click. In computer science, this is known as an emotion-aware clickbait attack. An algorithm, or a content creator, injects semantically coherent but heavily amplified text directly into your feed. This diagram shows how they exploit a cognitive vulnerability called the curiosity gap. By deliberately withholding informational closure, the content creates a sudden spike in your emotional activation. Your brain interprets this missing information as an itch that you physically have to scratch. Publishers use this tension as a weapon. They transform a passive image of an empty room into an active amplification mechanism, tricking social media networks into pushing the content to millions of users. Right now, this cheap digital tactic is being hijacked. Urban explorers are utilizing these exact same algorithmic triggers to distribute deeply profound, forgotten human history. To get you to care about the quiet, authentic story of a life left behind, creators have to attack your psychology first. When you step inside an abandoned home, the first thing that hits you is the smell, followed by the sight of thick, fuzzy black mold eating through decades-old wallpaper. This conceptual model of the tourism industry shows how sociologists classify this aesthetic as ruin porn. Urban exploration often strips a site of its cultural connection, reducing a historical space into a fetishized visual commodity for voyeurs. Because platforms prioritize high click-through rates, explorers are heavily incentivized to stage these environments. A solitary wooden chair positioned next to some rusty chains turns a forgotten basement into a fabricated torture chamber, instantly boosting engagement metrics. This scatterplot models clickbait sensationalism as a measurable regression problem. By plotting the text of a post against a scale from 0 to 1, data scientists can predict a title's exact clickbait intensity strength. This list highlights headline categories mathematically designed to maximize emotional activation, consistently scoring near the top of the intensity scale. Whether using fear-inducing language or mysterious stories, they deliberately deprive you of context, dropping informational closure to 0. The digital economy actively rewards the aesthetic of decay and danger. The louder and more terrifying the thumbnail, the more the algorithm suppresses the quiet, true history of the location. Strip away the neon text and the ominous background music, and the reality of these homes is often incredibly still. Dust motes drift through heavy shafts of sunlight over perfectly set dining tables. Academics call this existential authenticity. Unlike the manufactured thrills of ruin porn, these spaces offer a raw, unedited look at lives interrupted. Take this sprawling French chateau. In the 1960s, a family won the lottery, filling it with massive tapestries and crystal chandeliers, before eventually abandoning it. Without any human intervention for over 2 decades, the sheer volume of wealth and history left rotting in these endless red hallways is staggering. Or consider the much quieter story of a Belgian army veteran named Joseph. His home was left completely untouched after he passed away in 2005. Through scattered black and white photographs of his time in the military, we get undeniable proof of his life and service. His daily routine is perfectly preserved. The kitchen table is still set with the cheese and grapes he was eating shortly after his wife's passing. This creates a strange paradox. This quiet, dignified history only survives digital obscurity because a YouTuber disguised it as a shocking, terrifying discovery. By entering these spaces, urban explorers inadvertently crowdsourced a massive historical archive. They gently place fallen photographs back onto dressers, documenting every detail before leaving. The alternative is total erasure. Without this digital interference, these physical spaces and memories would be entirely swallowed by creeping ivy and returning forests. This voyeuristic curiosity has inadvertently built a massive, unauthorized digital memorial. Every video uploaded is another entry in a crowdsourced archive of human lives that were never meant to be filmed. The explorers pack up their cameras, step out of the dark, ruined doorways, and walk back into the bright, natural daylight of the present. Your click fuels the same algorithmic mechanisms that turn a single house into a global story. While physical ruins succumb to nature, this collective attention creates a digital afterlife, ensuring the quiet history of someone like Joseph remains visible to millions.